President Obama's visit to Ghana in July 2009 shows just how much the country has achieved a little over 50 years since gaining its independence from Britain. Ghana also suffered less during the global economic crisis than other countries in sub-Saharan Africa.
Well, like all countries, Ghana has been affected, although I would say not as much as was expected.
So Ghana, I suppose, was much better off than other countries as a result of several factors, namely the fairly good commodity prices, the support from the World Bank and the IMF very early, and then also greater effort to live within its means in the year after the crisis.
Fortunately for Ghana, its two main commodity exports, gold and cocoa, remain in very high international demand.
But gold and cocoa exports will not be enough to drive growth in the future.
You do sense a country that is moving forwards. There's an enormous amount of energy and excitement on the streets, but you also see the poverty at first hand, and it makes you realize what a challenge lies ahead for the country in terms of job creation for these young people.
So the question for Ghana is, where will growth come from in the future?
Growth has been a very, very difficult thing for Ghana to maintain for a long time. The last 2 decades have seen fairly decent growth coming largely from public investment. It's obvious that that kind of growth cannot be maintained for too long. It's important that Ghana looks at agriculture and manufacturing.
Ghana also has another potential source of wealth, oil.
Ghana is on the verge of becoming a significant oil producer. Now, it's not going to become Saudi Arabia, but it will be producing enough oil to satisfy its domestic needs with some left over for export. The key, of course, to Ghana's future is to use this newfound wealth wisely.
It could change this country for better or for worse.
But the government intends not to follow what has happened in some other countries.
I think we're hopeful. I mean, it is a sad fact that many countries that have benefited from large amounts of natural resources have not seen living standards improve in any fashion. But when one looks at international experience, some countries have made a success of this.
Ghana is a country on the move. As in many other developing nations, there are problems to overcome. But if we manage our economy as well as we play soccer, we are on to something.
A country on the move and behind the ball.